guys, it's Heather and with Heather Feathering, and I am here with not really a weight loss update, more of a life update, because the past few weeks have been pretty hectic in my life. So when we left off, I had told you guys that my husband was going to have a DS, and so on June 6th, 2018, he did. Excuse me, he had a duodenal switch by the same surgeon that I had my surgery with November 2016, and everything went okay. I can't remember what I said in my last video about that, but he'd had a previous hernia surgery, and some of his bowel was, his lower intestine, whatever, was adhered to the mesh from his previous hernia surgery, and so it took longer than expected, and the doctor, had to work on him more, and so it turns out sometime after my last video that he had his surgery follow-up visit on Thursday. Yeah, he got out of the hospital on Saturday, and the next Thursday was his surgery follow-up visit. He was a little over a week out, and he got there, and they said that he was his heart rate was high. He looked like he was dehydrated, and they were going to get him some tests the next day and try to get him into the infusion center, but they couldn't because it was Friday. The next day was Friday, and it was totally booked up, so they decided to admit him. So he was admitted that Thursday evening, and I picked up the kids and went back to see him. We got him all checked in and everything, and let's see, I had to take the kids back home, and so we had nobody else to take care of the kids, because it was such short notice. And so I went home. He got some tests done. They had him nothing by mouth the whole time since he was admitted, and that evening I got a call from the surgeon and said, we're going to take him in for surgery. The CT had showed some fluid in his belly, and so they wanted to go look and see what was going on. Turns out he had developed a small hole in one of those areas where the adhesions had been, and so there was a small leak there. The doctor ended up taking out about 5 more centimeters of, I guess it was probably his common channel, whatever, I'm not sure exactly, but from the picture that I saw that the doctor drew for him in the hospital, it looked like, it was another 5 centimeters of his common channel probably was removed from 150 down to like 145, so it's still a relatively longer common channel, longer than mine anyway. So that was fun. So the surgeon operated him starting at about 10 something that night. He was done a little after midnight and called me and said everything went well. My husband was still NPO until Sunday, when he was able to start clear liquids again. So that was not great. He was a little bit better this time. Like, he wasn't quite as mean or in quite as much pain, I feel like, although immediately after surgery they had a hard time getting his pain managed, but they figured that out, and it was better. But then he was in the hospital through Monday, so on Monday they did allow him to go home again, and so my mother-in-law came up and stayed with him, and then stayed with the kids a little bit, and it was Father's Day, and he was in the hospital, so that was great. Not at all, but he's doing so much better now. So that is sort of the takeaway here. He is much better. He had his second follow-up second surgery follow-up on Tuesday. He came home with some drains, 2 drains out of his stomach, just to make sure that there wasn't another leak or any more infection. He was on 2 different antibiotics, including Flagyl, which I know, Flagyl and Levaquin. I think Flagyl, which I know that some DSers are on for some reason. I'm not sure. Anyway, so he's better. He got the drains out and he's been great, and he's started driving again, and so he finally actually took a child to daycare yesterday and today, so that was a little bit off my plate. So I've been dealing with him and the kids and everything since then, and it's just been a little bit overwhelming. But also, he has started watching my videos, so hi honey. He saw when I mentioned it, and he said that he would come on and do a question and answer or talk about his experiences. And so if anybody has any questions for him, leave them down below and I will make sure to ask him. I'll probably also put something up on Instagram about that, head of feathering, same as YouTube. If you are obviously a weight loss or weight loss surgery account, I will add you. Otherwise, I probably will just ignore it because I just don't want random people on there. But so that's where my life has been recently. Also because of that, I was supposed to go to Scotland with my dad and my sister this week. I was supposed to be in Scotland, but I had to cancel that because somebody had to take care of my children and my husband was not going to be able to drive the whole time. Well, he's able to drive now, but still, he still gets tired quickly. So it's been a time. So I had to cancel my Scotland trip. My sister and my dad went, and they're having a great time, and I'm enjoying seeing the pictures. I'm sorry that I'm not there, but it is what it is. My weight has been relatively steady, around 165. So that's good, even though I am not eating the way I should. There's definitely more carbs coming into this mouth than there should be. But I'm trying to keep my protein up too. I still eat protein first, but also eat carbs. Right now, that's the least of my concern. I was just trying to get through this time. Anyway, that's it for me for right now. I should have an actual weight loss update probably for I think we're at 20 months now in July, maybe. So hopefully I'll have an update for that. And I still have to make appointments for plastic surgeon consults locally, but that's on my list of things to do. I've had a very long list of things to do. It's whittled away, including getting a refund for my Scotland trip, which finally came through, thankfully. Or was approved anyway, so that's good. But yeah, that's it for me. My life has been hectic. I hope yours is going better than mine lately. But looks like I'm on the upswing at least. All right, talk to you guys later.